Good morning and welcome to Trading with Larry. It's Larry Benedict, joined by Eric Shamilov. He's back. He got caught in the snowstorm yesterday. He's back just in the nick of time. There's yesterday was the Dow down 900, S&P cracking, Nasdaq cracking 400, and today Zuck got drunk on some sauce last night and decided that he was going to buy AMD chips. And for that, this is what I don't understand, the chip market is so tight, prices are so high, but AMD is giving the guy free stock warrants in his company to buy chips. And the NASDAQ loves it. I don't, yesterday it was on its deathbed, new day. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's like the market has schizophrenia or Alzheimer's. It doesn't remember anything from the day before. It's a bizarre. This is a bizarre market. That's all I could say. With so much risk in it that it's not even to be believed. And they're back at it. The maniacs are back at it. They love it. What's funny is in AMD's up 19 and Nvidia is only down like $1. It should be down like 5 to 10. Okay, because they're not selling those chips to one of the biggest companies in the world, but somehow it's down $1 because they have earnings tomorrow. But the weightings are kind of the same in Nasdaq, so I don't know what the giddy up in Nasdaq is. S&P turned negative on the day and Nasdaq was still up 50, So, for now that's the trade that'll flip-flop it definitely during the day today. And then we have the president tonight who said, get ready, you better get your popcorn and whatever, popcorn and Xanax so that you could chill and watch the president basically talk for a very long time. He already said he's going to talk for a really long time. So he's going to move the justices to the upper deck. He's going to put the U.S. Olympic hockey team, which probably shouldn't be there. There's no, I mean, maybe one or two reps, but, in the chamber to listen to the State of the Union. And here we sit. I'm going to let you talk about your favorite story of the day. So I'm not going to bring it up. I'm going to let you excite our crowd here when you talk about what you think is important today. So I'll throw it to you, get you started, get you de-thawed, ready to go.
Well, thank you for that, Larry. Yeah, I think tonight's going to be must-watch TV.
But why? You know exactly what time out. You know exactly what he's going to say. Everything is amazing. The Dow's
yeah.
Dude, he's not even going to say the Dow's at 50,000. He's going to say it's at 55,000. The S&P's at 8,000. Everybody's got jobs, everybody's rich, and everybody's doing amazing, except he's not in touch with reality. So it's all good. Sorry. Go ahead.
It's an amazing time. You have a bunch of storylines that everybody is claiming is affecting markets. You have the Trump storyline with tariffs and the Supreme Court. There's even a storyline out everybody's discussing on Twitter, which is an article by Citrini. I don't know if you follow him. I followed that account for a while. Very smart guys. They like to do a lot of factor analysis and very complicated long short combination kind of stuff, right? So, I gravitate towards that. They came out with something where, you know, you look at it face value. I don't think it was that earth shattering or like a breakthrough kind of thought, which was uh, AI could be bullish, but that's actually a bearish thing, meaning they went in and they're like, look, a lot of white collar jobs are going to go. Unemployment rate could, and these were all hypothetical situations that they cited. Unemployment rate could go up 10% as job losses start to mount with the advent of Anthropic and all of these agentic AI solutions where white collar jobs are no longer needed. So all of Twitter is up in arms, and they're actually blaming weakness in the market since that article came out on that article. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know
Nah,
if I
I
to
thought you
that.
were going. I thought you were going in another direction. You told me
Oh, Diamond, I would
Jamie
relate.
Dimon is more bearish than '08.
Yeah, Jamie Dimon. Well, he's looking around. Uh, his colleagues, his co CEOs out there, other banks, and I think what he said was absolutely right. He said a lot of them are doing a lot of stupid things right now, which is they're all frothing at the mouth. They all want to throw money at AI, and what you're seeing now is XLF is down like 7.5% this year, and BDCs, which are private equity, which are owned by all these banks, are down massively. You and I talked about BDCs last year, right before the fourth quarter, when they started falling. They kind of evened out a little bit. Now they're legging down again.
Yeah, but can I say something just quickly? I've traded a lot of them. Okay, they melt down every 3 years. Okay, for whatever reason. Um, but I thought what was interesting about Jamie Dimon, and I brought it up to a couple of people, and they're like, "Oh, he's always bearish," and listen, he's one of the only CEOs that tells the truth. Okay,
Correct. Correct.
Jensen Wang, dude, Jensen Wang is coming out in a full cheerleader suit, telling you that it's impossible for him to sell more chips because he's selling so many chips. He would never, if that house ever fell down, he would never tell you until it was too late. I mean, that's a bad man. Okay, a rich bad man, but a bad guy. Okay, you know he's a pump and dumper from day one. Okay, it's that's why, it's funny. You said, "Am I buying Nvidia puts?" I would, because I actually think the stock should fall, but you can't win with this guy. He cheats, he lies, he doesn't tell the truth, and whatever is coming out, he's going to sugarcoat it to be the greatest thing of all time. So, I'm
Well,
not
that's
playing.
Michael Burry's whole thing about Nvidia is that all of the chips that they're selling uh, have like a 2 or 3 year life max until they become obsolete, but they're depreciating it out over a much longer time horizon.
Well, that
Thereby,
brings me to the point of, listen, I was away on vacation in July. The stock was trading at 145. They did a chip deal with China, right? For the H200, or I think it was the H200, or it was the H20 at that point. Okay. Stock runs $20. Guess what, Eric? There's no deal. There's never been a chip sold there. They've run the stock three different times on a China deal. It's bizarre. It's bizarre. So maybe there'll be a little bit of reality check on these numbers, and maybe the stock does fall because it should fall. Um, it's priced for utter perfection. The interesting thing, I touched on it briefly when we got on, is Zuckerberg. I think this guy is so out of his mind, like on his spend, that he's gonna hammer this company, dude. Hammer it, dude. Think about what happened.
you think that about him? Do you remember 2022? That was, he had the metaverse,
Well,
right?
that's what I was gonna get to. Here's a
Yeah, but he
guy.
did an about face. He did an about face where they started concentrating on cutting costs and being efficient.
Eric, they had to, because he lost billions and billions and billions and billions. He lost so much that he changed the name of his company to Meta, for the metaverse. Okay. Where is the metaverse right now? I'm just curious. Where's
Only,
NFTs? Where's the metaverse? Where is all these things?
only.
It's funny. The market just goes up no matter whatever happens, but really, like, the underlying stuff is really, it's a little crazy. And today's opening, to me, that NASDAQ is up, even what it's up, which isn't a ton, but it's up, makes no sense. Okay, so Meta did a chip deal out in the future. with AMD, and they got a lot of free warrants struck at a penny. They got, you know, I'm just not understanding. Is the chip market tight right now? I thought the chips are so tight they can't produce enough chips to meet the demand. So if they're doing that, why are they giving Meta this sick sweetheart deal where they're actually letting them dilute their stock? Like Meta's like, yeah, we'll buy chips, but we want to own your company. And they're like, okay, sounds like a good idea. So is the chip market?
Maybe it's Meta offering. You don't know how the deal was behind closed doors. Maybe it's Meta offering the shares because they don't want to pay cash for
What do
the
you mean
chips.
offering? Meta's not giving them shares. AMD is giving Meta shares in AMD. What do you mean
So
Meta?
maybe it's a cash flow issue.
It's a what?
Maybe it's a cash flow issue.
It's not a cash flow issue. They're just, they're basically enticing them with a sweetheart deal, which makes no sense. Like Nvidia is selling chips, and you've heard from other companies like Oracle that the chips are too expensive for them to be profitable. So why is AMD giving giving away these giving away this deal? It's very weird. I'm just telling you, very weird. But that's what's going on. It's a little bit scary. Jamie Dimon said he's scared of, certain things that look like '08. Like to me, this is scary because why would AMD have to do a deal like this? Why can't they just sell them outright chips? Why do they have to give them stock in their company? No?
Yeah, that's a good question. That's a great question.
Because
That's
maybe
been
things aren't what they seem. Maybe
right.
things are not what they seem. That's because I am sure Nvidia wasn't giving them stock in their company or warrants in their company if they bought chips from Nvidia. Nvidia is selling chips to everyone. So I think it's kind of weird. I think under the surface, it's a negative. I'm not saying, they're running up the NASDAQ, you know, 60, 80, 100 points. No big deal. It was down 400 yesterday. Markets to me seem really, 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 really skittish. But like I just said to you before, this is a schizophrenic market that doesn't even know what it wants to do from minute to minute, day to day. But it has to move big and go nowhere. S&P unchanged on the year to the tick. Okay, NASDAQ.
I'm glad you're calling the market schizophrenic. I've been calling it a mental patient. I'm glad you've adopted my view on the market.
Yeah, I'm just listen. I've seen this over the last few days. After you have a day on volume, it's funny. We were talking like when we were like drifting up and drifting up. E-mini volume was dead. Okay, every time we go down, E-mini volume picks up, and then you come in and you're in schizo land right now, dude. This is schizo right now.
The
You don't agree?
best metric for that, which you've been citing, is the market is flat on the year and we have 100-point moves every day.
Right, but what I'm saying is like they're so bulled up because Meta is buying chips from AMD. I mean, and who knows if they're what they're buying and how much they're buying. It's very strange, but that's the mantra for the morning. It'll probably flip by 11 o'clock today. Just keep an eye out for it. And tonight you have DJT going to tell you how good you're doing. Okay. And how the markets are up and how everything is up. You know what's funny? The stock market actually had its biggest return under Biden. Isn't that crazy?
Is that true? I'm not.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
that actually?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But the first Trump administration would have had higher returns if not for COVID. Whereas
Okay.
Trump
Woulda, shoulda,
made
coulda. Woulda, shoulda,
the
coulda, bro. It's cool. Dude, I would have had a better day if the market didn't go against me. I mean, what are you talking about? I mean, oh, you're saying Trump would have done well? How do you know what would have happened? You
well.
don't
I'm just.
know.
What do you mean?
I'm
I don't
just
know. It
you
was.
don't
It
know.
was. It was COVID that knocked down the market.
Okay. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. COVID obviously knocked down the market And then the market went even higher and made all-time highs during COVID. How about that? You were in the middle of being stuck in your house, sucking your thumb, okay, and watching TV, and the stock market was making an all-time high. So, was it really COVID? Why did the stock market make an all-time high when every business in the country was basically closed down? Dude, we went down for a month and a half during COVID, and then we exploded up. Okay, maybe a month and a half. So I don't know. I don't know what you're saying, but Trump woulda, coulda, shoulda. Okay, and what's going to happen this time? What's his excuse this time, dude? What?
Wait,
What?
wait. Biden's market performance was bigger than Reagan's.
I don't know for sure, but I know in a 4-year period that the market. Boy, look, you know what the market was up.
Bigger than
The market was
Clinton's.
up 27, 25, 15, whatever. He had a very good performance. It wasn't because of him. It just
Exactly.
got the timing.
Thank you.
But
Thank you. So
right. But
the whole
but
reason to even mention it goes out the window. Like,
why?
what is other than like fiscal policy? What is the president like? I mean, like right now, right? Like,
Oh,
let's say
don't even listen. Don't even say
I'll
that.
give you a hypothetical. Let's say the IA trade really crashes, right? And Jamie Dimon is right. Who are you gonna blame that on? Are you gonna blame that on the president? Or are you gonna blame that on natural economic cycles where
No, I'm
people
gonna
get
blame it on the president. I'm gonna blame it on the president who's running the country and basically putting illegal tariffs in. Okay. They've been
which
ruled
the market
illegal. They've
and
been ruled
continue.
illegal by the Supreme Court. Okay. They've been ruled illegal by the Supreme Court. No one's talking about this, but what
Yeah, because
started
nobody
yesterday.
cares about it. Nobody's ever cared about tariffs at all.
Okay, well, you should care about what I'm about to say. Okay. You know what happened yesterday? FedEx sued the federal government for their money back. Okay. And you're going to see thousands of companies doing this. The government, okay, is going to be
Yep.
stuck in court, okay, figuring out how much they owe back to these companies. Okay. So you don't think that matters? And you don't think that has to do with the president? And you don't think that has to do with policy? What does it have to do with?
I don't know.
What?
I own UPS and it's not up today. What's FedEx doing? I think. So, do you think that's bullish that they try to get they start suing and things like that, trying to get all that money back? I mean, FedEx is flat, no reaction.
Well, dude, who knows if they're going to get the money back? It may take years and years. It's just a matter of congestion in the courts and all of that. But let's touch on a little bit. We're talking, you know, a lot of, sort of news stuff, but let's talk a little. We talked a little bit about the equity market. We've decided, you say it's a mental patient. I said it's been acting. It I'm not calling it a mental patient. It just has no memory of anything. Like when you have a day like yesterday where people got hurt, and then you come in and there's some bogus deal from Zuck who's drunk on gin and juice. Okay, dude, that guy's doing deal after deal and spending. You heard him on a hot mic say to Trump, "I'll spend unlimited. What do you want me to spend?" I mean, it's
No, no.
ridiculous.
Is that a good enough number to use? Something like that.
Yeah, I mean, but like I want to touch a little bit on what I think are the craziest markets and the ones you are like somehow bullish on, but are psychotic, are gold and silver. I mean, really gold a little bit more than silver in the sense that gold literally pull up a chart. I think we did this yesterday, but pull up the chart. I think gold was 4,500 2 weeks ago. Okay. It's run 20% straight up without a downtick in less than 2 weeks. I mean, the S&P is unchanged, but moves 100 every day. This thing moves 20% up and down. And my thought is like, I'm not understanding why. Like, it's just it. Remember, we said the other day, you weren't on yesterday. But like you could call gold dog shit. It doesn't even matter. Gold is not gold. Gold has never traded like this in the entire bull market. You have to agree with that. Okay. 3%, 5% moves.
I can agree with that. It wasn't gold. Like when I called it uninvestable and we were talking about how crazy it was, uh, it with silver up at 117. But everything that we talked about and we're looking for to happen, which is a big pullback, we got that, right? Then we had consolidation mode. And
No,
then
we
now
didn't. We had
recently now
no
it's going crazy
no,
again. It's
no,
going
we had
crazy.
no consolidation. We had
No
zero
consolidation.
consolidation on no volume. We discussed that. Nobody got out. They got rewarded again. Listen, I think when you look at Bitcoin, that's a market that's fully consolidating, making lower lows, sitting for weeks, if not months. Okay. This sat for a week. How is that consolidation? It sat for less than a week.
It sat for less than a week. I was expecting it to actually sit more, which I put on a call butterfly like you and I talked about yesterday, and
Ay,
so I did a
ay, ay, ay,
470.
ay, ay, ay. You're
Yeah,
talking about this call butterfly. It's not going to widen. Stop. It doesn't even, that thing won't move a dollar.
all I need is one nice big down day, and maybe that's today, and the thing will widen out. But I have
It
a
won't, it will widen very little. Okay,
little.
let's look at it since you've been talking about it and you probably
Yeah,
this is your
let's
third
discuss.
butterfly of your life. Okay. Let's talk about it. Okay. What is it? Honestly, it's not going to widen. You have too much time. The options don't move like that. Okay. That you don't pick up or lose that much delta when you have that
Here's
much
that
time. That's the
chart, by the
problem.
way. But I'll pull up GLD, and we'll do this on the air. And so here's what I did. I did a four. So here was my thought process first, right? So here's GLD. Um, and what I was thinking was that we're going to consolidate for a while and then slowly go up. So I put on a 475. Right. So here's the 475 strike for April. Right. And I'll let you get on me for that. I did short two of the 500 calls, right? And then I bought the 550. So kind of a broken wing. I'll color this 500 in red just so we're clear on the strikes, but that's the trade. And I did it for April because I thought the consolidation would last much longer, like than a week, like you said. So here's the trade. That's the trade. That's the trade. You
All
there?
right.
Where'd you go?
I'm here. You don't hear me?
Oh, okay.
You
Now I
just put
hear
up
you.
a chart. You're showing a chart
Yeah, I'm showing this chart with the strikes on that call butterfly. So why do you think that it's going to take so long to compress?
because you just have a lot of time. That's all. And you have two things. You have a lot of time, number one, and number two, you have a market moving $100 every day, which is basically 2%. So it's not going to widen out the way it would if we're sitting. We're definitely not sitting. Okay. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen, but we're definitely not sitting. The gold's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. It went up 100, 100, 100. Now, today it's down. I mean, it came back a little. It was down 100 almost, and now it's down 70. I mean, what I mean, it's insanity. I mean, this is insane. I
Well,
mean,
I've actually been trying to last couple of days. I've been trying to short silver back to the low 80s. So yesterday I wasn't successful. I'm still keeping at it. I think silver down to the low 80s. I bought some puts yesterday on SLV. Not crazy puts, but
is it
March
even
20th,
down today? What's it down today? A dollar?
a
Nothing.
dollar, a dollar.
begrudgingly.
begrudgingly.
Dude, and the problem is that thing is like 87. It'll trade it'll trade 86, sit. Then it'll trade 82 and then it'll trade 75. That's the kind of trade we have. So,
But the reason I'm shorting it, I feel like nobody really knows what the price should be. Right? It's a commodity. You can't really value it other than kind of esoteric supply demand. So that that it's like, what's the price? It's not 117. It's not 50. I don't think it should go below 50. I know you think it should go to zero,
I don't
but
think it should go to zero. I think that it should go back. It actually traded 64 like 3 weeks ago on Thursday night. 64.
yeah,
I'm not saying 64. I mean, gold should be under 5,000. Okay.
no, no.
I
I,
know,
I
I
think
know.
I
You
think
think
gold
it's
should
gonna
out.
go a million. Dude, listen.
Um,
I'm remaining mellow today. I'm not even you're not even gonna agitate me.
I
I'm
will. I will
you
strive.
you think it should go up because it should go up. You're using
No,
nothing. Listen,
no.
I don't like markets, okay, that you can't figure out why they're I mean, you can't figure out why they're going up or down. This is a computer video game. You're playing a video game. Do you understand? That's all this is a video game.
Yeah.
You don't think so?
Sometimes it is. Like last night, you and I are on the phone trading gold, silver. It was definitely a video game. And
It is a
then,
video game every day. I mean, all the markets are video games. That's why a lot of what we're talking about here is is that you basically, you know, basically have no idea what you have no idea literally which way these markets are going. You just don't. Okay. And the more stretch they get, the crazier they get. Like today, if gold goes down 200 points, I'm not suggesting it will, back to 5,000, everyone's going to do a freaky deek, right? They're going to do a freaky deek, right? So
define freaky deek, please.
a freaky deek is when they look at the screen and it's shaking and they don't know what to do. That's the freaky deek. Okay. We don't get those all that often, but you know, gold and silver give you the freaky deek where you're like,
We
oh,
gotta come up. We gotta
you know
come
what?
up with like,
You know what the freaky deek is? I'm going to tell you, and I hope the guy's watching. I'm on the phone with a guy. Okay. We're trading silver together. This is on the run up. We're both short and silver comes in and I didn't know what the limit is, but my machine spread out so wide that I couldn't tell where the bid or offer is in the market at all. Like I couldn't even tell within a dollar. You know how like you're seeing silver at 87, like I couldn't tell if it was 82, 85. That's the freaky deek, okay? Where you can't even tell the markets. And this market has the ability to do the freaky deek. And the funny thing is, silver's probably plummeting. Now it's down to 86. I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't trade 84 today or lower. It's the freaky
let's go,
deek.
let's go. Short silver, long gold, baby.
Oh, that's not
So
working well. That's not
no, it's
working today.
no, no, it's not.
Okay.
So we got the market where we got all these news events, right? We got the freaky deek. What else do we got?
You like that? The freaky
I do.
deek.
We got to come up with a Larry dictionary. There's
Oh, I
that. We
have
have
one, dude. I've
Dutch.
been doing this for years.
What's a double?
Nicknames, that's my specialty.
Uh huh.
So,
What is
so
what's
we're
a
in the
double?
freaky deek. Gold is in a little mini freaky deek as we're on
Can you
the
tell
air
us
right
what a
now.
double Dutch is before we
Uh,
go
the
on?
double, oh, the double Dutch is, that's the greatest. That's when you buy when we're coming in, you buy them, and then they explode up and you sell them. That's the double Dutch.
I
We're not
like
getting a
double.
double Dutch.
I
There's
like
no
double.
double Dutching.
No
There's a
double Dutch.
single Dutch.
Yeah. Actually, this market is perfect for double Dutch, wouldn't you say?
This market is actually, honestly, in my
Perfect for
heart
double.
of hearts, is ridiculous. They have the Nasdaq up 100 points today because AMD did some deal. We used to rally. Do you remember we spent like 6 months rallying every time Scam? Here's another nickname, Scam Altman. Not Sam Altman, Scam Altman. So when Scam Altman does a deal for OpenAI, we would rally. Now, when Scam Altman does a deal for OpenAI, we sell off, okay? Because he's Scam Altman.
You know what I'm surprised about you? You know what's surprising me? How many years have you in the business? I think it's 40, right? You mentioned that. And you still think the market should act rationally in the short term.
I never said it should act rationally.
Yeah,
I
you
adjust
you
to what the
think
market's doing.
you think the market should act rationally.
Eric, listen to me. I've been doing this a long time, okay? I've traded in every market imaginable, okay? And now this clown show market, okay, that you call irrational or whatever. Are you saying the market is irrational? Is that why you're saying that? Or are you saying
in the short term, the market is,
okay,
in my
I don't agree with you. Okay. I think you're in a computer video game that you could put your son in your seat and he could do better. This is a computer video game. That's all you're playing. Things can't move this fast, okay, unless it wasn't a computer video game. It's a video game. Ring, ring, ding, ding, ling. Where's silver? I don't even know. What's going on? Why, blah, blah, blah. I mean, come on, dude. This is a full out on scale video game. And
also very narrative driven. Yeah. So in the short term.
Well, what narrative? You say, okay, so time out. We're going sideways.
Okay,
I'm calling it time. Okay. You were off yesterday. Okay. Yeah. The market was down big. The Dow was down almost 1,000. Okay. The S&P was down almost 100. Your 2 sigma move almost. Okay. NASDAQ down 350. When you say whatever, what narrative? What's the narrative? Then you come in today. What's the narrative? Tell me the narrative.
The U.S. markets. I remember trading at a fund, and there was a Japanese trading desk, and I would stay late because there's a lot of action. Back then, there was a lot of action in oil at night, and one thing that stuck with me that the head of that desk told me is like they would only trade Japanese stocks right at night, and he was like, I love trading Japan. I'm like, why? He's like, it's not as narrative driven as the US. The US is all about the headline, the narrative of the day, all that stuff. Foreign markets aren't like that, he said. And that kind of stuck with me. So what does that mean? That means, in the short term, the US markets are completely irrational. Because they're like a cat.
Why? Whoa. Listen to me. Every market in the world, okay, I'm looking at my Bloomberg, is up or down decently, except our market.
Every
what is irrational? Market. Tell me what's irrational about our equity markets. What's irrational? Tell me what's irrational.
The U.S. market is flat on the year, and we get 100-point moves every day.
Bro, we don't get 100-point moves every day. We've been getting 100-point moves over the last couple of weeks. Straddles, we've quoted them here on the air many, many, many times over the last month and a half, where the straddle was $20. Okay. So if you look, the straddle that was $50 over the last 6 days basically went to zero every day. So I don't think the market's irrational at all. I think the people in it are acting irrational. Okay. But the market, Eric, the straddle didn't hit up for the last 6 days.
Okay, but if the people are acting irrational, they're the ones pressing buttons.
I understand,
so
but the market is irrational. I just don't see anything irrational. Irrational is if this market dipped 15% without an uptick. Okay. That's a little irrational. Okay. Or it went up a certain amount, but we're doing nothing, and we're operating off of fake headlines.
IBM fell 13% yesterday. BDC market is getting killed. There's a repricing of growth.
and it has
and
zero effect on the market.
that's
Zero.
rational. And how's that rational?
It's not rational, but nothing's
There you
happening.
go.
But
Thank you
it's
for
not, the
proving.
market is not acting irrational. You're saying the market is acting irrational. Then you shifted and said the people are acting irrational. Okay, so
Mhm.
I don't know which one it is. You
The same
literally
thing
said, what's
equals the people.
irrational about the market? Tell
Market
me.
equals the people. It's not like robots are buying the market. It's the
Oh,
people
yes,
buying
it
the market.
is. Oh
Okay,
my
they're programmed
God.
robots.
Actually, you know what? Time out. You're literally saying this is people buying the market. That's the funniest thing I've ever heard. There are no people in this market, Eric. None. None.
Yeah, because they've
There,
programmed the robot. So what? It's still the people behind the robot.
no, it is not.
It is
They
not. Okay.
listen. I had a hedge fund for a long time, and algorithmic or quantitative trading was getting started and getting big. Okay. And you know what was the best thing about it? Yeah. The program was written by a human being, but the Pac-Man does whatever it does until the human being stops it. It has no emotion, it has no rationale, and it does whatever it's told to do. But the beauty of that was, you know what would happen when that computer would lose? You know what they would do? They would tell their investor, "Oh, we got to go reprogram the computer." They would get 7 looks, whereas I would get no looks. Like if I lost, they'd want to hang me at the stake. There, they're like,
Right.
"Oh,
Maybe in the
we'll
computer.
tweak the model, and we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do that." Okay, so that
I've
was
been
the
in on that. I've
excuse.
been on that conversation. I've been
We're
on
gonna
that
tweak the
conversation with my
model,
friend.
and it's gonna be good. Don't worry.
Tested. Look, we overfitted
Right,
it. Now it's
exactly. We're gonna run more sample models. But when you say that this market is being run by human beings, it's not even a close chance of that even remotely being possible, because no human being would buy this up opening. Nobody. Okay. After the action we had yesterday, we closed on the second low close of the year. Things looked a little shaky, and you come in and we're up. Okay. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but you're up. So the bottom line is, what I don't understand. A person is not looking at that. You know the market shouldn't be up. Okay. After
would you
yesterday's action.
rather I describe the market as ironic and not irrational? Meaning, like, it's ironic how the AI trade caused a bull market, but will also cause a bear market.
Bro, okay, and when is that? In what century? What
Don't
century are
worry,
we going to be in the when are we going to be in the bear market, son? Dude, we are
it's
flat
coming
on the
because the
year.
market is
It's
irrational.
ridiculous. We should be in a bear market and we should be going lower, but we're not. Okay? We're not. But what may happen quick. It may not happen today. Listen,
It may
I
happen quick. Look at what IBM did yesterday, out of the blue,
yeah,
down
but
13%.
But that just gets us to what I'm talking about. One stock doesn't matter. So today they're going to take AMD up 20 for this deal, but they'll take Nvidia down $1 or $1.50, and that 20-point weighting in AMD equals the same weight in the
Yeah,
index as Nvidia. And
yep.
that's it.
That's the short and long of it. Let's go over the market today a little bit. I'll pull up a chart of the ES and let me know what you think in terms of levels. I know you don't like levels. I know you don't think
No,
there
I
are
like
any levels.
levels. I like them. I like them. I gave a level.
So here's what I'm looking at. I'll walk you through all these little annotations here. First, I have my volume profile here on the left. So this big, thick red line in the middle, that's your volume point of control. That's a 68.76. All right, that's 20 points up. Around that point of control, you have your 5 and 8 day moving average, these two green lines right here. Right. So this area, and then this orange line is a half standard deviation. I know how much you like standard deviations, Larry.
I like
So
whatever you like, dude. We're good.
I see a lot of resistance up there, like 25 points up on the day. I think the market might try to make a run for it. I doubt they're going to try to break it today. What do you think? Our
I don't
call
think so.
spreads at that area, like right here, that would be, I don't know, 40 points up. S&P 500 is probably going to open up kind of flat, so like 68.42 implied open. So
I would
you
just
kind
say I don't like the market. I don't know if it's going to hold today. I think we're going to get the other side of of unchanged on Nasdaq, which is up about 90 now only. Um, I think the S&P will be red. Um, I think I think there's risk. I think there's risk tonight. I do. I just think this guy is so unhinged that there's just risk. I just don't. I think he's not in touch with reality of what's going on. So it's going to be interesting to see him tonight. Um, we'll have to watch it closely. I don't, I don't know if it'll be fully market moving. He's going to give, what was the last one? He gave free money to people, except no one ever got the money. Remember, he was
nobody
sending
got
checks to people. I
there.
don't know.
I was patiently waiting for checks.
I know no one got him, but it's okay. Nobody cares. They're happy that he said it, but I don't know. I think that he's not in touch with what's going on in the world. So,
Yeah, so there's that bit of risk in the market. It's kind of like, taking a long position into the weekend, right? That kind of same kind of feel.
yeah, I
So I'm
don't
looking.
think anything big. He's going to just tell you how great everything is. Then, we have stuff this week. We have Nvidia tomorrow night, okay,
Mm,
which, will beat the number massively. Jensen will come out. He might wear the cheerleader outfit, the actual outfit when he's coming
mhm.
out. Um, Full pom poms, telling you how amazing everything is. Why won't he
Leather,
tell the Why won't he
leather.
tell the truth? Why won't the
Why?
guy tell the truth?
Because
Why?
as the CEO of Nvidia, his perceived greatest contribution to the earth is to increase Nvidia's stock price.
Okay, but sometimes stocks go up and sometimes they go down. You got to accept what it is. But
Jack Welch famously said, Jack Welch, the Hall of Fame CEO of GE, right? He's a Hall of Fame CEO. He was like, "You got to be an idiot as a CEO to miss a quarterly number. Like there are so many things you can do before the earnings come out. You
are you insinuating cheating? Is that what you're
no, I'm saying you
insinuating?
got to be an idiot to miss earnings. I agree with Jack Welch. You have a big capex spend, you call your procurement department, and you're like, "Hey, why don't we hold off on that for a couple of weeks?"
Dude, you got your silver down at 85 on the air coming
Let's
in.
go,
Gold
let's
down
go,
100.
let's go.
Yeah, kid, don't worry. It's all good. They're going to keep buying it. You don't know why they're buying it. You don't know that I'm not going to talk any more about gold, but the truth is you don't know what they're looking at to buy or sell it on a daily basis. It's a full
Whatever,
out video game. Full out
whatever.
video game.
So
What?
be good at the video game. What can I tell you?
Okay. You can be.
I'll
You
fly,
could
fly
try.
down there to Florida. We get a PlayStation and we just start hitting buttons.
That's what they do on a daily basis in all these markets. That's the nature. I mean, you know,
Listen, I'm looking at these 68.90 calls for today. They were trading
uh,
at 440. You wouldn't stop with the thing. Now they're at 4. So $4 68.90. Is that a good one?
no idea, bro. It's as good as any other one. I don't know. You're guessing. You're running a guessing game in a game where they can do anything they want to move the market in any direction they want. Um, I do think we saw real selling, though. I do think we saw real selling. We've been seeing selling all year. If I go through the names with you, okay. How about this? Let's do this quick one, okay? Gonna do a quick one. You ready?
I guess I'm ready.
S&P is flat on the year. What do you think Microsoft is on the year? Off
Down
its high. Off its high. Off its high.
off its high, down 33%.
Yeah, 30%. Palantir
Nice.
40, et cetera, et cetera. And somehow the market's unchanged. So doesn't that freak your mind a little? No? You're okay?
Uh, no, it's irrational in the short term, like I've been saying the whole podcast.
Yeah. Dude, this gold is the craziest. Gold could be down 200 today. I'm just telling you. That's how crazy this thing is. It's
As
so
bullish as I am on gold, I actually need it down for my butterfly.
You
Now,
don't need any.
once
You're
I
not
get
that
that
butterflies. You could shut your screen and look at that butterfly in a month or a month and a half. It's irrelevant. But anyway, we're close to wrapping. One thing that we really haven't talked about, which is the most amazing one of all. We talk about stuff that's down. How about Ethereum? Forget
Mm,
forget Bitcoin, okay? Because that's down a lot. That's down over 50%, 52%. Okay.
mhm,
Ethereum traded 4,500 in November. It's
mhm.
now trading 1,800. That
Yeah,
is down almost 65 plus percent, and
yeah.
no
Where
one
the
can buy it.
no.
Ethereum was the greatest thing what was it? It was going to change banking, revolutionize the world. Whatever happened
Not
to
only
that?
not only that, it was going to overtake Bitcoin's market cap.
Yeah, well, dude, do you know that Ethereum total market cap is under 300 billion? That's an odd lot, dude. It's an amazing thing. Okay. But what is Ethereum? Like what makes it so good? You're a crypto guy. I'm just trying to understand what makes it so good. What does it do?
Well, they all use Ethereum on the Ethereum platform. All of the smart contracts, a lot of the crypto ecosystem is built on Ethereum.
I know,
So,
but I'm not understanding like today. Like I don't really
and
know
by
about
the way,
Ethereum,
Bitcoin's
so I don't want to talk
functions,
about Ethereum. But Bitcoin. Bitcoin processes transactions, correct? Money moving around, right? I wouldn't I would bet there's like 5 transactions a day. I don't who's using Bitcoin. Name one human being that you know that uses Bitcoin to move money.
I'll give you an example of somebody using crypto for
Who?
trading.
The illegal cartel in Mexico?
No,
Who?
no, they're doing like they're like if you want copy trading in Poly Market as an example, right? You transfer your USDT and you can right. So the currency there is actually crypto.
Why? I wouldn't use that. Why do you want crypto, an unstable currency or an unstable asset, to be your backing? You want to
And you
take your
wire
money out
and
of the
you
US dollar and
okay,
dude.
hold up,
No,
hold
no.
up.
We're
Can you wire
wrapping.
money
We got to
at midnight?
wrap.
Can you wire money at midnight? If you wanted to wire money at midnight tonight, to me, for all the bets you've lost, you want to wire me like 10K, right? Can you do it at midnight tonight?
Yes. In
No,
two
you can't.
seconds, I can wire you money. I don't even wire you money. I go on Zelle and you get the money instantly.
Okay,
Instantly.
so instantly, okay, fine.
What are you trying to
But
say?
if you
I
transfer
would
me,
never. And wait, time out. Stop, because you just brought this up. Okay, my money is at Bank America, safe. Okay, it's in US dollar, and I can get you any amount of money within a minute. I'll do it right now. I'll send you $1. You'll see how fast you get it
well,
instantly.
send me
There
20K
is
because.
no reason to put your money in Bitcoin ever, ever to
But
do
you
anything.
can't. No, no, you're right. You can't wire that money through Bank of America at midnight, can you? And it's going to hit my account
No, it's
instantaneously.
not wiring. I'm selling you the money. I'm
Okay, but
selling
there's
it
a
to you.
limit on sell. You can't sell me more than
I
10K
can
at
sell
midnight.
you 10 grand. I
But you
can
can't
sell you
sell me
10 grand.
20. Right, but you can't sell me 20.
I probably can. I never
No, you
tried. I've never had a problem selling money. Okay.
tried.
There's no limits,
Over the
dude. The only
10K, and
dude, you don't listen to me. It's Bitcoin and all of these things are antiquated compared to what's out there now. Okay. Now listen, I happen to be long Bitcoin, and it's not a great long right now. Okay, just because I'm looking for a counter trend trade. But you know, you can sell money. Bitcoin is a scam, dude. You could put your money in Bitcoin and have your money stolen. You like that idea? You know, dude, they had this Korean exchange, and they stole like $4 billion overnight. You like that?
No,
You like
but
that?
it's interesting you mentioned Korea. I was looking at the Korean index yesterday because they're like a proxy for the AI trade. They've become for the tech trade, for the AI trade. And that index is way up this year. And then I started looking at all over the world, and everything is green, like 10% up, and we're not. It's pretty interesting.
Dude, there are markets that are up. There are also markets that are down. Um,
What market is down globally? There's maybe Jamaica is down. I looked
I
at
don't know.
Jamaica.
I actually don't have it
Want
up
to
on my
short Jamaica?
screen. I don't. I, I don't have it up on my screen, but
Everything is up globally except the US.
okay. All right. Well, listen, I'm getting going. I don't see a lot. They have this mantra. Dude, you know what's going to happen? The SPOO's going to go down like 20 and the NASDAQ's going to be flat. And then later in the day, the SPOO's going to go back up and the NASDAQ's going to go down.
I can see that happening 100%.
I mean, they're running off of some fake news. It's dude, this is fake news. Okay. This is just
Ah, narrative driven US markets.
okay,
It's what
whatever.
they are.
All right, Eric, you're right. I'm going to end the podcast. You're right. Narrative driven. It's being run by people. Okay. People are running this. There's guys in there pushing buttons to go like this all day. Right. The moving gold, 5% a day. You're right. It's all people. There's tons of people out there. Dude, there is not one person in this tape. Not one. Okay. Not one. Okay. Maybe there's like five guys old like me with gray hair, that are still pushing a button, but this market is run by a computer algorithm, okay, that is jamming and looking to cause and inflict pain on as many positions as it can, up and down. And when you say, why are we moving 100 a day and not going anywhere? Because they don't need it to go anywhere. They're doing internal damage to everybody's position on a day-to-day basis. So that's where we're at. And
I feel bad for retail. I do. I feel bad for retail. They're really getting chopped up in this meat grinder.
you think?
Hmm.
Well, they haven't sold.
All my
They're
chats went cold. All my chats went cold. It's not looking pretty.
well, what does your chat do? They get together and they go into an army
When
and
the
they
market
and they
starts going up for 2 days in a row, the chat starts lighting up. What are we buying? There's chirping. There's
so then
asking
they're
what to
not
buy.
losing money. But Eric, it doesn't
There's
make sense.
also,
They're not losing money.
there's also
What you
retail
just said
telling
makes no sense. If they're
no.
losing money, they don't have money to buy. So they're not losing money if they go back in the chat room in 2 days to buy. But anyway, we're 7 minutes to the opening. I'm going to look at a straddle, a wing side of a trade today. If you're a subscriber to the Opportunistic Trader, you probably will get that to your inbox. So be prepared before 10 o'clock. You should see that. And other than that, gold's down 110. I do not like it. 110, is a lot for the day. This could be a day it goes down 150 to 200 because it's completely ridiculous, rallying 700 points straight up. And again, just keep an eye on that market. I would say buy Ethereum here at 1800, but you know what? I don't know. There must be really bad longs in there. What happened to your boy Jordy, dude? The Bitcoin bull. Is he still bullish?
I don't comment on other commentators.
Okay.
I'm
Peace,
not about
everyone. Have a great trading day. We're out.